We've got plenty to talk about with the New York Jets. A Jets insider revealed 5 items before mandatory minicamp. We'll go through each of them and we'll talk about the schedule this week of what the Jets have before training camp. Boy Green Daily starts right now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time! To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
It's not just football, man.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. It's here on a beautiful Monday, June 15th. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. If you're coming on in on YouTube, like the video, hit subscribe. I want to give a big shout-out right off the bat. Let's get to Spin Max Dave on YouTube. Good morning, BG, from beautiful North Carolina. Both my New York Knicks and Carolina Hurricanes won championships with 16-3 records. Jets next. We can only hope, Spin Max Dave, but congrats to the Carolina Hurricanes for topping the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final last night. I'm not a huge hockey guy. I will tell you that the voice of the Vegas Golden Knights is Dan Duva. I used to work with him here in Syracuse. I was his producer for a radio show. We spent a lot of time together. He already has a championship ring from that other Vegas Golden Knights championship. So that was the only real rooting interest there, is Dan collecting championship rings. So I'm happy for you, Spin Max Dave, and congrats to all the Hurricanes fans out in the audience. I think NC Green was our Carolina Hurricanes guy too. So congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes and all these champions that are coming through. Beautiful. Good morning, Mac, BG in the Coffee Club, JR327. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Our moderator, Zoinks, Jared B is in here. Hep says we're still having emoji issues. Some people are, some people aren't. I guess it depends on your iPhone or Android or any of those fun facts. So there you go. Mark Cicchetti says he's still savoring the Knicks beat down and being champions. Hey, the parade's on Thursday, so there'll be plenty more to go here. Let's go. Taylor Sterling says, let's freaking go. I'm ready to see them in pads. So here's the schedule. Today is what the Jets call media days. That means all the Jets players are going to come in, and they're going to record the videos you see at MetLife Stadium. Like when they're like, oh, I can't hear you. So like third down, get louder on defense, or dances and all kinds of things. They record with photos, videos, GIFs, this, that, or the other. So today's media day. So you'll see a lot of that sort of production work from the Jets. And sometimes we get cool videos that we can play when you guys give memberships and stuff, which I see you guys have. I'll get to that in just a second. So sometimes we get some fresh material. So media day is today for the Jets. And then starting tomorrow is a three-day mandatory minicamp from June 16th through the 18th. Aaron Glenn is set to speak twice. He'll speak tomorrow morning, and then he'll speak Thursday morning. And then after that 3-day mandatory minicamp, everybody goes to sleep. Everyone goes on vacation. Everyone disappears outside of us. We're still here, baby. But everyone else disappears, and they're going to be gone for about six-ish weeks. And then Jets training camp starts in late July. A few days before that, they report for training camp, and then we're off to the races, baby. So there you have it. So, yeah, I'm ready for pads. I'm ready for it to get to the next level. There's no question, Taylor Sterling, but we'll break down everything that we can. First off, before we get to all of this, good morning, Indy Jets. Good to see our buddy Indy in here. Great to see Indy in here. A couple of memberships are being gifted, and then we'll get to the top 5 items that ESPN's Rich Cimini highlighted before mandatory minicamp. Number one, Austrian Jet fan. Thank you, Austrian. You now have, let's add this to your raffle ticket total so far this month. That will give you 29 raffle tickets this month. Appreciate that, Austrian. Beautiful. Let's add that to your pile. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Nice. 29 raffle tickets for our number one Austrian Jets fan out there in the friggin' audience. You guys can always gift. I'll give more details on the raffle prices a little bit later in today's show. Before we get to whoever that membership went to, Jared B. also gifting a membership, our moderator. Hail to the that's what I'm talking about. Jared gosh darn B. Yes, sir. Can't wait to meet Jared B this year. That'll be the first time. Let's reveal those new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Austrian yours went to All Sports Carlos. Welcome to the show, baby. And Jared B's yours went to Jeremy Almodover. Jeremy Almodover. You are now a member to the Boy Green Gosh Darn Coffee Club. Thank you, everybody, for all the gifted memberships here on the program. Let's ride. Now let's get into it. Here are the top 5 things, top 5 items that Rich Cimini has highlighted before we get underway with mandatory minicamp. So we'll go through each item. We'll get to use the professional voice guy behind the scenes. He's a real hoot. And we'll get started here. Plus, we'll have your phone calls. I'll continue my weight loss journey. I will announce my weight that I weighed in at this morning. All of that and more are coming up. I had my best workout yesterday while watching the UFC White House event. A lot of great fights. Everyone ended in a stoppage, which is terrific. But I had my best workout. I was just dripping sweat with my best workout I've had. I went the hardest the final day, quote unquote, before my weigh-in. And we'll see what kind of impact that had. We'll do that in just a little bit. But okay, let's kick off the list. Number 5. Speaking of scales and the weight, tipping the scales, says Rich Cimini. And that Aaron Glenn has had a phrase this offseason, a philosophy, really. Mass kicks ass. And the Jets made a concerted effort this offseason to add some Brutus beefcake to this Jets team all over the place. Rich Cimini highlights some of it. Nose tackle Devondre Sweat, who's listed at 366 pounds. You can debate whether or not you think he's that weight or heavier, but he's listed at 366 pounds. Cimini says they will have at least 5 defensive linemen on their opening day roster in the 300-plus club. That includes rookie Daryl Jackson Jr. at 315 pounds. Yeah, I think I counted on the roster. It's 7 or 8 players on the defensive line that are 300-plus pounds. So, yeah, they have a lot of big boys. But some of them may not make the team, like Jack Heflin. There's a few randos, but, there's 7 or 8 on the roster that are there. Rich Cimini says at least 5 of those 8 that I mentioned will make the roster. We'll see. He mentioned Demario Davis, who weighs 248 pounds. That is 32 pounds heavier than last season's Mike linebacker, Jamian Sherwood, who's interesting. He should transition to a weak side role still as a starter. Of course, we've talked about this a few times, but Braylon Allen, who was listed around 238 pounds last season, he is now around 250 pounds. Rich Cimini highlighted he is now one of the biggest running backs in the league, same size as his mentor, Derrick Henry. We can only hope we have that kind of production. This was Glenn's statement on all the big man action, saying, quote, "It's a big man's game. It will always be a big man's game. And for us to be able to add large men that have the ability to have the ability that those guys have, the agility that those guys have, it only makes us better as a team." And I think one of the biggest ripple effects of this, hopefully, and I'm sure this is what the Jets are banking on, is the ability to stop the run. The bigger ass dudes you have in there should increase the possibility that you could stop the run. By quite frankly, if I'm a running back, I at least have to run around your huge Patuki if that's going to happen. So you at least have to figure that one out. So hopefully that has an impact. The Jets were an absolute sieve in run defense. So let's try to see if that absolute meat on the defensive line can help. That's what we can hope for. That you get some of that Brutus beefcake on the inside, and thus that unlocks another level here. That's it. So I like the meat. I like adding the meat to the team. That's good. And I heard Rich Cimini, he wrote about this in his column that we're about to talk about, but I also heard him talk about on the Jets Collective podcast that when Rich Cimini, sees T'Vondre Sweat, he has visions of Chris Jenkins. For those who don't remember Chris Jenkins Sr., his son now plays in the league now. That goes to show how old that makes all of us feel when his son is now in the league. But in 2008, man, when he was on the Jets, we had the Brett Favre year in 08. He was supposed to be a key piece of the Rex Ryan teams too. I remember seeing him on all the Hard Knocks episodes a few years later. That would have been 2010. And oh my good golly. I mean, that was a lot of man. A lot of man. So if T'Vondre Sweat could be half as good as Chris Jenkins, we are in a very, very good spot, I think. So yeah, man, Chris Jenkins, we could have used him on the AFC Championship run. He got hurt, unfortunately, but yeah, give me some Chris Jenkins. I mean, when you look at T'Vondre Sweat, he just looks like a mountain of man. The 99 is huge. It's a little Steve McClendon vibes for that reference. I'm pretty sure that was McClendon's jersey number a couple of years ago, but not nearly as it doesn't feel that way anyway, nearly as massive, even though Steve McClendon was a big dude too. I mean, T'Vondre Sweat, we're hoping he is the space eater. Hopefully he is motivated. He's halfway through his rookie contract. After the season, he's eligible for a contract extension. So that's going to be a big piece of the puzzle for sure. Before we move on to our next one, Yo Holmes says the White House fights were nuts. Oh, my goodness. There was a lot of nuts about the event, but the fights were sick. Ilya Taporia going down like a sack of potatoes. I've never seen him get smacked around like that. Shout out to Justin Gaethje. I mean, he hit him with some shots. And quite frankly, Ilya hit Gaethje with some shots yesterday. A couple of those liver shots. Oh, dear God. And then when Gaethje got the knee on Ilya, what was that? Either going into the third round or going into the fourth round. I mean, that was devastating. Yeah, but the fights were awesome. Yeah. I loved all the finishes. It was great. It was delayed slightly by weather, but yeah, it was a fun event. A lot of good fights, for sure. Yo Home says, I hope Ilya's face is okay. Oh boy, his face is worse than the hamburger. Yeah, I mean, that was, he got beaten with a wrench. Yeah, that was brutal. And I've never seen that before. One quick UFC nugget, then we'll get back. I've never seen that before. So Ilya, during one of the corner breaks, the doctor comes in because he can't see out of his eye. And normally when that is confirmed, the fight's over. You can't protect yourself, all these rules. And it appears the doctor's waving off the fight. Then Ilya grabs the doctor and he's like telling him, I don't know what. And then all of a sudden the doctor is like on the fence. It's almost like a movie or like a wrestling, Monday Night Raw or something, like, ref, don't stop this fight. And the doctor's like, all right, you bastard, you could go. Like, that can sometimes happen in wrestling and in movies, but that normally doesn't happen in a UFC fight. The doctor has to be an impartial and not be affected by whatever the fighter is saying in a positive way. Like, he has to just make his decision. Now, I enjoyed that we got another round out of it. It was some good fighting. They also sort of messed all that up because Ilya, and they talked about this on the broadcast, Ilya had a lot of time to recover, which was a net negative for Justin Gaethje because that wasn't fair to him as he got time to suck some wind. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. We'll have to eventually do a UFC podcast, I guess. We could really break it down. But I wanted to get a little bit of that in. All right, let's go to the next number on the
Number
list.
4.
Number 4. So Big Ben for number 5. That's great. Number 4, crowded backfield, says Rich Cimini. Braylon Allen, of course, suffered a devastating knee injury in the Week 4 Monday Night Football game against the Miami Dolphins. He told the media that he's back to 100%. He's motivated, and especially with his final 2 touches, because on offense, he, of course, fumbled. We had that great drive. Oh, I can envision the drive. Justin Fields pounding the rock. We're just moving right down the field against Miami, and I was feeling it in my loins like, okay, baby, here we go. This could be Aaron Glenn's first win. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But I was feeling it. Braylon Allen tries to go into the end zone, gets a ball punched out, fumble, Dolphins take over. That whole drive goes to crap. And then the next time Braylon Allen touches the ball, unfortunately, was on a kickoff return of all things, because why not? And He had the devastating injury that took him out for the rest of the season. So, yeah, a bitter taste, Braylon Allen told the media, is what's there. And now we're back to Glenn used this term. What was it? At the owners' meetings, not this year, last year, that we have a three-headed monster. He was referencing the backfield of Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. And when he said that, a lot of people last year, and a lot of people went, oh, so this is going to be a committee. Braylon Allen gets hurt, so I guess we never know what it would have been. And there's a lot of people who believe if the Jets, I think it was Connor Hughes who said this, that if Braylon Allen never gets hurt, the Jets trade Breece Hall because they would have felt comfortable with the room. But because Braylon was hurt, they never did. And now Breece Hall's here for the long term with the long-term deal. So it's crazy. The NFL, the little things that happen that could change destiny. That Breece Hall might not have been here. And if he wasn't here when you traded him, maybe we end up with Fernando Mendoza because we probably don't win the Cincinnati game or some of these other games without Breece Hall. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that could have happened for sure. But Aaron Glenn once again said this three-headed monster thing just like last week. And that perked my ears because I'm thinking, is this just random coach talk in June that means nothing, right? He could say anything and we're not going to hold him accountable. And accountable is the wrong thing. Like, not everything he says has to be some big thing. Like, he could say three-headed monster and we can interpret what we believe that means. And then we can't turn around and August say, well, you said three-headed monster. Like, he's going to say all kinds of things that are just going to slip through the cracks. But when he said that, I'm like, does that mean Breece is going to be part of a committee? Because that doesn't make any sense. They just paid him this very handsome contract to be a top level straw that stirs the drink on offense. So, like, maybe it's just coach speak. I don't know, but we'll see. But as I look at the backfield here, like you feel whatever about Breece Hall. I say you feel good because you're going to have the offensive line mostly returning outside of a Swapperoonie at left guard. You're going to have Geno, who is definitely better than Justin. But again, how much better is the question we're all sort of pondering and kicking around this offseason. It's unclear. But having a competent passing game should force defenses to back up a little bit, which in theory should open up things for Breece. And we'll see how Frank Reich utilizes him and things of that nature. So he should be the straw that stirs the drink. But to be candid, Braylon Allen, I like the cut of his jib. I like hearing him in press conferences. He has quite an impressive physique. People have been calling him mini Derrick Henry, and he also works with Derrick Henry during the offseason, but we don't know what Braylon Allen is. Like, we just haven't seen it. It's been very spurty. We haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of consistency to say, oh, Braylon's this guy. Whether it's his fault, the coaching staff fault, or whoever's fault, we don't know what Braylon Allen is. Isaiah Davis, he's a change of pace. Like, he had the 50-yard run. I think that was against the Bengals down the right hash. He's had some moments, screens, touchdowns, runs. Like, he definitely not a bell cow, and not that anyone needs him to be, but he's an interesting piece. But yeah, we need to see more from Braylon. Like, what is Braylon? Some consistency would be nice, because in a perfect world, and Rich Cimini said this on the Jets Collective podcast, and I happen to agree, if you're holding a skull in your hand and doing your William Shakespeare, what is Braylon Allen's role, you ask rhetorically to the universe? Well, his role is, if you can actually play with some friggin' leads, your 250-pound running back can be your closer. Release the Kraken at the ends of games. Like, he's just sort of patiently waiting behind the scenes. You have Breece Hall, who's doing whatever the hell he's doing. You get to the end of the game, you get like a 7-point lead, 10-point lead, and you just use Braylon Allen as your Thor hammer and just beat the bleep out of defenses. So that's the role. That's what you do. That doesn't have to be the only way you use him, because Aaron Glenn said they had some visions of utilizing him in the passing game, which could make sense. But that's a very clear and defined role that Braylon could have. Now he needs to stay healthy, and we also need those leads, which we haven't exactly had a lot. So take that for whatever you will. But yeah, we need to see what Braylon Allen is. Daniel Mahian says Allen's just another player hyped up by the fan base. Example, Will McDonald. Well, Will McDonald is 18 and a half sacks in the last 2 years, so I don't think that's made up hype. But I hear you, Daniel, on Braylon. He hasn't really done anything in the league. So He is hyped up. He is the, wow, look at him in a pair of shorts hyped up, and then see where he is. So, yeah, I don't buy that on Will McDonald that there's like fake hype. Like, he had the block for a touchdown. He had 18 and a half sacks. I'm not saying he's an all pro or superstar. Definitely not. But he's not like a made up, hyped up player. I don't buy that. There you go. Ozzy Fullers, good morning. Ozzy, also make sure you reach out to me, buddy. Reach out to me. You were on the initial list for the Jets Browns tickets. Let me know ASAP. We will be talking about the tailgate a little bit later, but make sure you email me, Ozzy. Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. Here is my email, Ozzy. Make sure to reach out. I remember you being on the list for Jets Browns. That's Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. So email me either way to say you're out or in and you need more details. So let me know. We are off in the running, baby. So let me know. All right, let's get to the next bullet point on the list. Number three here on the list. Welcome, Rook. Ah, yes, rookie edge rusher David Bailey. As Rich Cimini says, he's learning a life in the NFL that he can't simply rely on the natural gifts that made him the number 2 overall pick in the draft, where sometimes in college, you're just bigger, better, faster, stronger the other guy by default, and you can win those battles. But now he must realize that he will have to maximize the talent, certainly, of the group. However, he also needs to, get learning the playbook, get better as a run defender, get other counter pass rush moves that he can add to his arsenal. He's clearly not and not many players are this perfect. All right, I'm a Hall of Famer immediately from day one. There's a lot of things they got to work on. And Aaron Glenn said that David Bailey is, quote, working on some of his weaknesses. And they know he can win with speed, but they want to see him develop power moves and a spin move that could be deadly. Perfect that. Speaking of Will McDonald, he's got a nasty spin move, but unfortunately, he really only has a spin move right now and the initial burst. Like, he needs to mix some other things up there. But there are obviously massive expectations on David Bailey. One of the big reasons the New York Jets selected David Bailey is because of his immediate impact capabilities. The production is off the charts. 14 and a half sacks last year that led college football. And the Jets are relying on that kind of ability. Now, I'm not sure if 14 and a half sacks is the line in the sand for his rookie season. That'd be cool, but it's really, for David, is to disrupt, wreak havoc, and see if he can make that sort of impact immediately for the New York Jets of messing stuff up. That's what we need to see. That is absolutely what we need to see from David Bailey. And I concur. I'm excited for him. He's been like the least talked about number 2 overall pick of all time. We haven't talked about him a lot. Maybe it's because we stunk last year and we're not getting a lot of national press or buzz or anything, which makes sense coming off a 3-14 year. But David Bailey has been under talked about. And hey, the Jets are flying under the radar right now, which a lot of people prefer. A lot of people prefer. If you look at power rankings, the Jets are always in the bottom 3. If you're looking at, teams that could surprise, the Jets are never on those lists for the most part. Like, it's the Jets are flying under the radar, which move in silence. That was one of AG's calling cards last year, and they certainly are. And we want David Bailey, if we're talking about moving in silence, to be our silent killer there on defense, because the more David Bailey can do, the more the ripple effects will show. I don't know if defenses are going to show him respect immediately with double teams and crazy stuff like that. They're probably going to make him prove himself. And when he proves himself, the opposing offense is like, oh crap, we got to double team this guy. We gotta bracket his ass and get a little chip in there, a little Chippendale, a little pow with the tight end, maybe throw a running back over there. And then when the opposing offenses start overcompensating from that perspective to hone in, to put a spotlight, to put a focus on David Bailey, that should open up opportunities for Will McDonald, perhaps Joseph Osai, Kingsley Enagbari, perhaps. That's where things really start getting cooking. But David Bailey will have to prove his worth right off the bat to see if that's possible. Troy Sturgis. Do you think he's not been talked about because of all the moves at defensive end that Muji made were heavy at that position? Sure, Joseph Asai, you had Will McDonald already, you added Kingsley and Agbari, David Bill, maybe, I guess, but to me, those names aren't big. It'd be one thing if the Jets added Max Crosby. Okay, David Bailey goes under the radar because we have Max Crosby. Like Joseph Asai, I don't even know if a lot of Jet fans knew who that was before he signed here. And that's not a disrespectful thing. It's just a straight up thing. Like Kingsley Nagbari, I don't know how many Jet fans knew he existed before they signed him. So no, that's an interesting thought, Troy. I'm not sure that's it. I just think you sort of got under the radar because we stink as a franchise. We have quarterback problems and all these other problems to point at. So like it just sort of is, and we had 3 first-round picks. I think that's probably it too. Omar has sort of slipped under the radar too because he's like the third of the 3 first-round picks. That's what happened to Jermaine when he came in. We had Garrett Wilson, we had Sauce Gardner, and Jermaine, and then we had Brees. So he was sort of sandwiched in between everything. So that's probably part of it too. The 3 first-round picks, I would imagine. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to need that immediate impact. That's for sure. As T-Town Jet says, hit the like button, beeps. We got 150 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. I saw we got a surge of some new subscribers, so thank you for all the new people that have jumped on the bandwagon here. That's youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. I appreciate y'all out in the audience, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get to the final 2 on this list, and then we have some other things to get to here on the show. So
Number 2.
Number 2. Old quarterback welcomes new quarterback, but no, not on offense, on defense. We mentioned earlier, Demario Davis has arrived, which could have a ripple effect impact. That's what the Jets are hoping for on Jamian Sherwood, the player that the Jets paid first. People forget. We think about Sauce getting paid. We think about Garrett getting paid, but the first man that got the bag from the New York Jets was Jamian Sherwood. Right on the eve/beginning of free agency, Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn said, we got to pay this guy. And it was a disaster. Jamian Sherwood stunk this past year. But the Jets did not hit the eject button. They did not sell low. They did not just give up on him. They brought him back. Maybe because they couldn't find a suitor, and maybe because they believe in him, or maybe both, potentially. But I do believe that if Jamian is going to get back to the player that he was a few years ago, and some people don't even like the player was a few years ago, but if he's going to get back to that level and maybe above it, the situation that he benefited from, okay, was C.J. Mosley's presence. Now, C.J. Mosley was on the field and he was off the field, which opened up the opportunity for Sherwood to get on, but Mosley was around Sherwood. He was impacting him. He was in the locker room. They're watching film together. Now, Mosley's an NFL agent, actually. We're supposed to have him on the show at some point, so we'll see if we can get that back on the calendar for the summer. But, you know, Mosley is now living his own life. And last year, Sherwood didn't have that guy. He now has that guy. Demario Davis is going to be the green guy. He's going to be calling the plays. He's going to be the very vocal leader that this team desperately needs. Hopefully, Jamian can get some osmosis of Demario Davis just being around him, the aura, the spirit, the everything. And then hopefully just plays looser, plays freer. That's what we're hoping for. And so that makes a lot of sense. Jamian Sherwood, who spoke to the media last week, admitted that last season wasn't the best. He says, I definitely can be more consistent than I was. And he specifically had his own issues with his pass coverage. He did not believe that it was up to snuff. So what can happen with Demario Davis? Is that a 2-for-1 special? That the impact of one Demario Davis can have ripple effects on Jamian. We've talked about this a few times this offseason. That I'm curious about. Maybe Jamian's just going to be a waste. Maybe there was just a bad deal and the Jets are just going to have to ride this out and it's not going to work out. That's possible. Or perhaps we could get him back to where he was. We'll see. Let's get to the last item on the list. Shout out to ESPN's Rich Cimini. We have his article in the YouTube description down below.
Number 1.
Number 1 on the list. The last word. We spent a show talking about this the other day, but Rex Ryan is set to be here tomorrow. If everything lined up with the schedule, he is supposed to be here tomorrow at mandatory minicamp. Our former head coach, our glory days have gone to back-to-back AFC championship games, which feels like a long time ago. And it was 15 years ago, 16 years ago, 17 years ago. Like, that's crazy to think about. But he is back. This will be apparently his first time visiting since he was fired back in 2014. His son, Seth Ryan, is, of course, the passing game coordinator for the Jets. And an interesting quote here that Rich Cimini put in his piece on Sunday. Quote, the good thing is, this is Rex Ryan speaking, the good thing is he's his own man, talking about Seth. He'd already be a head coach if he was a defensive coach because there's no bigger name in football than Ryan. But he wanted to step out and be an offensive coach. He's going to do it his way. Yeah, Rex called no favors for this to happen. Seth has earned this on his own right, and I said this on the Jake Asman show the other day. I think there is a world. Now, again, the most important ingredient for what I'm about to say to be possible is Aaron Glenn, of course, has to win games this year and succeed. And if he wins and succeeds, his coaching staff can survive from one year to the next. If he gets fired because the season goes horrifically wrong, and Seth Ryan's time here with the Jets may be very short-lived. Now, there's sometimes coaches that can not coexist, that can survive, is probably the most apt word, can survive as one head coach comes in, one head coach comes out. We've seen that with what's his name? Brant Boyer. He survived several different head coaches. So sometimes that can happen. But it seems very rare in the offense. Again, I don't know. It depends on who the head coach would be and everything if they were to fail. I hope Aaron Glenn is not replaced, of course, because I want us to win games. But so the main ingredient to what I'm about to say is Aaron Glenn succeeding and staying here would likely mean Seth continues to stay here. And Frank Reich reportedly was pondering retirement this offseason. And he's back, and he's here. And I don't know how long his contract is. Typically, coordinator contracts are about 3 years. That doesn't guarantee anything. You can always get out of a contract to retire or do whatever you want. But I'm curious if Seth Ryan can help certainly immediately, but marinate behind the scenes with Frank Reich's experience. And then maybe, this is going to sound crazy. What if Seth Ryan is eventually ROC? That Frank Reich, like Yoda, Luke Skywalker situation. And then Luke's ready. And then Yoda fades away and retires. And Seth Ryan's the guy. Now, that's a big leap from where he was to passing game coordinator to potentially OC. But maybe it sounds like he's a real whiz kid from what everyone says. That'd be a pretty cool result. Yo Holmes says, Seth Ryan's not the future Jets head coach. Whoa. I'm not saying that. No, definitely not. I was just saying maybe an OC is what I'm saying. We'll see if he can marinate under him. Just something to watch. Not tomorrow, not today, not a year from. I don't know when. Yeah. And Ozzy has revealed the ultimate antidote to solve our problems, and it's simple. Winning cures all ills. That's correct. Easy to say, hard to execute, but that is true. Joe just says, maybe after 3 years for Frank. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say next year, but somewhere down the line, maybe in a perfect world. Yes. But winning is the antidote. That's definitely the antidote. I says we're going to have to draft 2 linebackers next year because, right, Jamian's going to be out of guaranteed money after this year, or you can just get out of it is the point. And then DeMario is 37 now. He's going to be 38 next year. So, yeah, you're going to need linebackers for sure. Yep. That is absolutely true. You're going to need some linebacker help. All right, folks, thanks to Rich Cimini for that column. A lot of interesting thoughts. Again, we have media day today for the Jets. That means all the players are going to be there taking pictures and videos and all the stuff you see at MetLife Stadium. And then starting tomorrow is a mandatory minicamp for 3 days. After that, the group disbands for the offseason, and then they'll be back for training camp, which I believe is July 28th, and then they report a few days before that. We have 200 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe here on a Monday. Great to see you. My name is Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. Before we go to the phone lines or any of that jazz, I've been doing a weight loss journey since it's actually 2 weeks today. 2 weeks since I've been doing the weight loss journey. And you guys in the audience have been open to participate with me if you so choose. No pressure, but if you guys chose to do so, you had an opportunity to jump on the wagon with me. And some of you have out there in the audience, some of you haven't. Again, no pressure. But I've been weighing myself every Monday. So this is my third weigh-in because I weighed in initially on June 1st. Then I weighed in last week on June 8th, and now it is June 15th. My goal, the whole point is, which I imagine is for everybody, I'm fat. I'd like to be less fat. Long story short, I had reconstructive knee surgery a few years ago after I blew out my leg as I was about to become a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo. And I was immobilized for a large period of time. And when I was just sitting around, I was eating a bunch, but I couldn't work out. I couldn't do anything. And then I just added a lot of weight. And I never took that weight off. And so it's just been sort of hanging. And I haven't liked how that made me feel. I don't, I can run around with the kids, but like, I wish I could run around more. And then I want to be around forever. The less fat I am, the longer in theory I can be around. So I just wanted to get in better shape and live a longer and healthier life. So here is the weight loss for this week after a week. And here it is, some sound effect. Here we go. Sure, here we go. 210 pounds. 210 pounds. So I've lost 0.6 pounds. That's not as impressive as the week before. So June 1st, I weighed in at 212.8 pounds. So when I started this journey, I was 212.8 pounds. And I lost over 2 pounds in a week. Okay, nice. Now only lost 0.6 pounds since last week. So not great. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again, especially hopefully this resonates with anyone out there as well. It's my first time doing something like this. Because like before I wasn't fat losing weight. So before if I lost weight, it was just for something entirely different. It wasn't like it wasn't anything like this. But whatever and that's the number it said this morning on the scale. My goal is to get under 200 pounds, and then let's see where it goes from there. Once I see that 199, hopefully I'll share that moment here on the show. And whenever that happens down the line, and then hopefully we could go from there from 199 to 190 to 185. I don't know where it's going to go. Back in the day, I weighed like 150 pounds. So I don't know if I'm getting back down there. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm dedicated to try to turn my life around, and I will keep giving you guys updates once a week. So weighed in this morning at 210 pounds, right on the nose. So I lost 0.6 from the previous week. Not the progress I was hoping for, but the message I've shared in the past is if you just do the right things, and I've eliminated soda from my diet outside of very rare occasions. I'm drinking exclusively water 99% of the time now. I'm eating better portions. I'm working out a hell of a lot more than I did since the injury. I feel like if I just keep doing those right steps, the weight's going to continue to come off. So even though it hasn't come off a lot in a week, that's not going to discourage me. And I hope it doesn't discourage you out there for anyone who's also in this challenge yourself and you're keeping track of it. That don't get discouraged by a bad week and just quit and give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. It's difficult. I didn't love seeing only 210 on the scale. I'm like, damn, I've been working really hard, man. And 210, like, come on, man. I wanted to say 208, 207, whatever it was going to say. But not every week is linear. Not every week is just up. You do this, you exactly lose this weight. It's the body's a complicated beast. And there's all kinds of, it's almost like cracking a safe. Yeah, click up. There it is. Click. Like it's a weird combination of things. But I'm happy that it's continuing to go in the right direction. But again, this is a journey. This is a journey. All right, let's get into some comments here. Then we'll open up the phone lines. Ricky Beavers says, what to expect for the win total this year? Well, Vegas says it's 5.5. I don't think I've played the schedule game with my pop yet. That'll be something we probably do over this gap of time. We'll see if that starts this Saturday or not. We'll go through the schedule. We'll pick out our wins and losses and break it down in full detail. We'll see. But I don't know. It'd be great to get somewhere between like 7 and 10 wins. 7 and 10, 8 and 9, 9 and 8. I mean, 10-7 would be sweet. Somewhere in there, I'd like to see 7. I'd like to see 7. And hopefully from there, like, we go to the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl, and maybe we're way better than I'm saying. But, like, what's a number I'd like to see? I'd like to see a 7. I haven't seen a 7 in a while. So that'd be a good one, Ricky Beavers, and hopefully well beyond that, because I think the Jets can surprise and go to the playoffs. But can't put the cart before the horse. Okay, here we go. Jojo, good morning, BG. I'm on the power walk right now. Nice. Yeah, I do. We have a little treadmill here in our living room, Jojo. I sometimes I get to go out and about in the universe. Like, normally when this show ends on a Monday, as a random example, I have a gap of time before my next live show, which is at 11. So sometimes me and the family could go out for a walk around the neighborhood. It's beautiful out, and that's nice. But sometimes I don't get that chance. So hitting the treadmill for a quick 30 minutes or something has been good. So yeah, I got a huge treadmill workout last night. That was very good. But awesome, Jojo. Keep power walking, baby. Love it. Craig Mechanics. Starting weight 284.2 Sunday night, 276.4. Great job, BG. Keep it up. Wow, down nearly 10 pounds. That's amazing, Craig. Congratulations. That's phenomenal. Nearly 10 pounds. That's great. Thank you for sharing your journey, my friend. That's it. Congratulations, Craig. That's great. As Ted says, gaining muscle mass, fat loss together, sometimes the weight isn't just immediate because you're, muscle versus fat. That's a good point, Ted. Good point. Good reminder. Yes. It's a good point from Yo Holmes. Children see their parents working out, being health conscious. That's a good example for them. That matters. Yes, that's true. My daughter is really getting into it, so that's good. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dave Brigger says, progress comes slow, Paul. Just take it a day at a time. That's good insights, Dave. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mark Sacchetti. That's good. Slow and steady. Yes, that's the direction. Hell yeah, baby. Mac Attack. A loss is loss, so take it, brother. Yeah, I didn't gain 5 pounds, so that's good. Yeah, that's for sure. My boy Ozzy Fullers. Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. You go, Paul. Thanks, Ozzy. Appreciate you, brother. Jojo says, we have multiple Jojos in here. I guess I probably should have clarified that as we're going through comments, but Jojo number 2 says, I'm at the age, no matter how many calories I cut, I just can't drop a pound. Metabolism stuck. I used to be in high school and I could be a vacuum cleaner, like going to the cafeteria, getting nachos, burgers, and I'd eat it all and not gain a pound. I was like, in high school, when I was on the football team, I was between 120 and 145 pounds. Like, I weighed nothing, and I could eat anything, and it didn't matter. And then it ended. And then when I ate, oh boy, there's the weight. Brian Farrell says, I'm a real tank, 6 foot, 150 pounds. Oh, there you go. Hey, stack it up. There you go. Taylor Sterling says 1 pound a week minimum. That'd be cool, which I guess is technically what I've averaged, because it's been 2 weeks. I started at like nearly 213 pounds. So I guess I've basically lost 3 pounds, I guess, if you look at the numbers. So overall in this journey, I've lost 2.8 pounds. So essentially 3 pounds. So I'm on that pace, Taylor. So that's good. Taylor says, I got to start tracking calories. Yeah, I have not done that yet, but that's something I should do. And they've got all kinds of computer technology out there in the universe. You can put in your weight, what you should be eating, and calories, and counting that out. I should do that. Maybe that'll take me to the next level. Yeah, that's something else. I'm keeping track of calories, like on the treadmill. It says, hey, you've burned this many calories. Like, I'm paying attention to that, but not the calories going in. Jojo Townsend says, I usually go down to 15 to 1,800 calories a day with fasting. Oh, wow. Okay. Beautiful. Brian Farrell says, I stopped drinking 14 months ago. Hey, Brian, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Way to go, Brian. That's amazing. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up, brother. It's amazing. Can't wait to have you at one of our tailgates, Brian. That's going to be amazing. Taylor Sterling says, I've had so much success just making people write down everything they're putting in their body. You'd be surprised at how much that one move makes people make better decisions. Right. Especially when you have to write it down and sort of hold yourself accountable, for sure. There you go. Yeah. Lou B, $25 a month. Manjaro will change your life. Again, if I flop on the deck like a fish, that's another lever to pull. Yeah, Luby's a smart guy. Jojo Townsell says, biggest thing to cut out is sugar. Yeah, that's true. Craig Mechanic says, I really sweat a lot. Yeah, last night's workout was the most intense workout I've done since certainly I started this weight loss journey, but just in general. And I just said, normally I hit the treadmill for like 30 minutes. But as I was watching that UFC event, I'm like, fuck it, I could do 45 minutes. Screw it, I could do an hour. And I was dripping sweat. Like, I mean, the back of my head was soaking. I could feel it dripping. Like, the back of my head was wet. The front of my head was wet. My shirt was wet. My body was wet. That's probably TMI. But, yeah, I was, like, dripping sweat in a way that I have not. But it felt like I was killing after, but like it felt good. A good killing, if that makes sense. Certainly does. Yep. Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody, let's do this. That was fun to go down the insider track. We could get more into the tailgate here in a second. We've got into our raffle prizes, all that and more, and we'll open up the phone line. So, folks, we'll take a TO. We've got more coming up right here on Boy Green Daily.
1, 2, 3.
It's nothing but football, man. It's nothing but football, man.
Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. I am your host, Boy Green. It's great to have you here. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. It's on demand on YouTube if you decide to watch it later. Also, the audio-only version of the podcast is available, well, quite frankly, wherever you get your podcast. Could be Apple, Amazon, Spotify, you name it. It's there, baby. So make sure you guys rate and review the show and show all the love out there in the audience. I always love hearing from you guys. Try to answer a bunch of your comments after the show for people that light up the comment section. So thank you kindly. We've got phone lines to get to. We've got announcements to get to. So let's get into all of it here on the program. We'll start it off with Hep.
Hey guys, hey Paul.
What's up, Hep?
Yeah, I'm sure you were a little discouraged seeing only that half a pound come off
Yeah, come on, man.
after all that work, you know.
Yeah.
But like what was it? Ted said if you are doing all that workout, you probably are building muscle, and muscle
Yeah.
weighs more than fat. So
Yep.
you could have like done that as well. The other thing is the liver. You probably have fatty liver. and if you
Yep.
have a fatty liver, it's hard
Mhm.
to lose the weight.
Mhm.
So go on YouTube and see like how can I clean up my liver. The liver
Mhm.
is the fat burning machine. Everything goes through the liver, no matter what you
Mhm.
do. So no matter what you drink, eat, breathe, whatever it is, it goes through the liver. So that's the machine, the fat loss machine. Get that. So I was disappointed myself too. Um, I did my measurement. I got to 162, so I lost 3 pounds,
Oh,
but I was
okay.
hoping to get 5.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm a little short on my. I was going for 160, but I got to 162. But then again, I'm only eating 4 hours a day, so I was like, oh man, what the fuck, like you,
Yeah,
like you do all
right.
that workout, you're like, damn, I want a bigger paycheck. I didn't get some,
Mhm.
I got a little
Mhm.
chipped on my paycheck a little bit, but whatever. But yeah, we just got to keep holding the line and
Mhm.
keep working, and then you'll have these breakthroughs. I think, like all of a sudden, like holy cow, this came out. Like, didn't someone just say they lost almost 10 pounds?
They did, yes.
Yeah, so you'll get there. How's T doing?
Oh, she's doing great. She's down like, oh my God. It's I'm gonna mess up the number. It's either 15 or 20 pounds. So she is killing it.
Oh,
She
that's
is killing it.
amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
Mrs.
her
Hep
and
gained.
that's inspiring.
Yeah. You'll get there, Paul. Just you have to figure out what's going on. Like I've realized what I did was I have to start eating better in a window. I was just eating whatever I want. And the other thing is I had a couple of beers. I had gone to a couple of gigs, so I feel weird going to a bar and not holding anything in my hand. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just get club soda next time, put a lime in it or something.
Hmm.
Anyway, how you doing, Paul? Okay.
Yes. I'm doing good. There's a big. I'll share this for Espresso Club members later today. Probably there's a big seismic thing I am exploring in my life, and yeah, I'll get Espresso Club members
Okay.
feedback. I'm not quite ready for that to be full public info, but I am working on a very seismic life event potentially happening. Yes.
All right. Peace out. Love you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, Hep. Sorry for any technical difficulties there. We had a little bit of a delay there happening, but yes, there is a seismic thing. I am pondering in my life, and we'll see what all that means. All right, let's do some announcements here. I see we got a lot of phone calls here. This is great. Let's do a few seismic things. Seismic. Well, I am working on a seismic life thing, but let's get into some announcements here. First off, everybody, let's jump into it. Jets Browns, baby. Jets Browns, week 5, Sunday, October 11th. Myself, Paul Esden Jr., aka Boy Green, my co-host, the James Woody, are hosting a ticket and tailgate experience for that week 5 contest I just mentioned on Sunday, October 11th. Here's the details. For 300 bones, okay, you get a ticket in the 100s, guaranteed. You get a tailgate ticket, which has the wonderful food. I'll show that menu here in a second from Chef Kevin Gilbert, professional Chef Kevin Gilbert from the Cloverleaf Tavern. He'll be catering food in the parking lot. To eat any of that wonderful food, you need a tailgate ticket. We have about 29 of those left. Once those sell out, there's nothing I can do for you. So good luck to those out there in the audience. We have 29 left, which are great. I'll show you the menu, like I said, in just a moment. We're going to have the live DJ and B Sprinter, of course, Lou B. Shout out to him. We will have non alcoholic drinks provided, but it is BYOB. We will have coolers available. So if you want to throw in your beer or anything else you bring alcohol wise, we can keep it cool for you. That's a service. And also a custom rally towel. We're getting through the final edits of that rally towel to be sent into a company to have those to give out so you guys can shake those above your head. So those are the details. And then I obviously have a wonderful team of people that make all of this possible. I've mentioned James Woody, Jets Worldwide, Johnny Boy, Snowball, Lou B, of course, a key piece of that puzzle, Chef Kevin Gilbert, who I've mentioned, and then Hop on Pop. There's so many important people that help this machine go. I certainly don't do it alone. I hope to never do it alone. I always hope I have a great band of brothers and sisters around me that help me pull this off. Tatiana definitely deserves a ton of credit for pulling this off. This is our second annual version of this. So hopefully we get to meet a bunch of you guys out there. Again, I will have more details. It should be later this week on the Restaurant Takeover, which will be coming up the night before that event in Caldwell, New Jersey at the Cloverleaf Tavern, Saturday, October 10th, where you guys can swing by even if you're not coming to the game. But if all of that didn't tease you and you're like, yeah, I'm still not sure if I want to join this thing, well, look at this beautiful menu from Chef Kevin Gilbert. This is the menu for the tailgate. Burgers, hot dogs, side dishes. All of this is available if you buy a tailgate ticket, and it is delicious. We have a spicy burger, or slider, rather, a spicy slider, a 3-cheese slider, a Woody's barbecue beer slider, and the BG Sunday tradition, which has the quail egg and the bacon. Oh, it's delicious. We have hot dogs available, which are New York hot dog cart style, which can come with a New York onion sauce. We have a spicy pig, which give you some spicy brown mustard, delicious. And then again, a variety of sides, garden salad, EZD, house-made potato chips. We'll have toasted pretzel sticks with beer mustard, and then Pop's famous bacon popcorn. All of that will be available at the tailgate, and Chef does an absolute wonderful job. So again, we have about 29 tailgate tickets left, which is going to be amazing. And the food is delicious, folks. I can guarantee it. I've tried it all. Whether it was at the restaurant the night before or at the tailgate. We're running the same tailgate menu back. It was spectacular. If it ain't broke to me, don't fix it. So beautiful, and I think it's perfect tailgate food. I think you guys are all going to enjoy it. If you did not get a chance to try this last year, you're going to love it. So feel free. So again, 29 tailgate tickets left. If you guys want to purchase a tailgate ticket, if you want to purchase a package with us for Jets Browns, email me. That is paulaesdenjr@gmail.com. Again, I'll throw it up on the screen. That is paulaesdenjr@gmail.com. PAULAESDENJR@gmail.com. If you just want more information or you want to purchase a ticket package or a tailgate package, you can buy just a tailgate ticket if you prefer. You can buy the full $300 package if you guys want to, sit in the 100s. I can hook you up with that. So there you go, baby. That is the details there for the tailgate, which is awesome. Terrific. All right. One more plug here, and that is, of course, our raffle. So thank you to Jared B. and Austrian for gifting earlier. Every time you gift raffle ticket, every time you make a $3 purchase on the show, which could come in a variety of forms and fashions, super stickers, you could super chat something in, you can join the Boy Green Coffee Club, you can gift a membership to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Every $3 you spend, you get a raffle ticket to win prizes. And we give away prizes on the first of every month if you're new around here. And this month, we're giving away 2 tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club, 2 items from the NFL Draft. I was live there in Pittsburgh. We have a rally towel. The pick is in all caps with the NFL Draft logo on it. I was violently waving that above my head. And then a beautiful gift from the Jets for being in the pit, a 15 by 15-inch beautiful canvas that has splashes of Jets in the draft all together. A custom item there. And then, like I said, 2 tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club, which is less than a month away. So we'll be giving this away on July 1st. So you have a chance for you and a friend to go to the Gang Green Beach Club for free, and you don't have to pay for a ticket. Feel free. Or if you do want to purchase a ticket, they're super affordable. They're $25 a pop. Go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. That is gang, G-A-N-G, green, G-R-E-E-N, beachclub.com. $25 tickets. Also more information on that website. It's at the Ocean Casino Resort, HQ2 Beach Club, Atlantic City. And basically, it's going to be a melding pot of beat reporters and content creators and fans out there in the audience. Luby has shown me videos and pictures, which I'll show here on the show this week, of the beautiful event space. I mean, it's beautiful. You can wear green and white. The doors open at noon on Saturday, July 11th. They close at 6. It's 21 and over. No jeans, no open-toed shoes, but yes to Crocs. Crocs are allowed. So if Crocs are your thing, they're not mine, but if they're your thing, feel free to wear them. And yes, if you jump into the pool, obviously you don't wear your shoes. So you can take those shoes off, jump in the pool. When you get out of the pool, dry off, put your shoes back on, because, broken glass could happen and we don't want anyone to get hurt. So it's really for you guys out there in the audience. So again, you guys want to get involved, Make sure you spend $3 on the channel to get some of those sexy raffle tickets, baby, here on the program. All right, let's go. Wait a second. Is there breaking news people are saying? Wait a second here. Wait. Tippmann just got an extension. Wait. What? Who's reporting this? Wait a second. Do we have breaking news here? Wait, let me see. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. We got breaking news. Here we go. Here we freaking go. Let me hit it. Yeah, baby. All right, here we go. Yeah, let me just do this real quick. We have a Joe Tippmann extension, baby. Oh, this is phenomenal news. Oh, yeah, this is great. Let's go. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Some breaking news for the show. That's it, people. Hey, make sure, people, if you see this breaking news in the future, you freaking super chat that in so I don't miss it. It pops right up on the screen. So let's highlight this. Joe Tippmann just received an extension. Way to go, Mooch. Way to go, Moochster. This is it. This is what I wanted to see. So here you go. Let me throw it up on the screen. According to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, the Jets and standout guard Joe Tippmann have agreed to terms on a big new 4-year contract extension. Financial terms have not been disclosed yet. Folks, if you see the financial terms before me, super chat that in and we will scream that from the rooftops here on the show. Let me just talk about this and then we'll get into the phone lines here. This is outstanding. I wanted the Jets to be proactive with this. Joe Tippmann was set to be a free agent next year. And I want to keep this core together. To me, there's a core here. Olu Muiwa, Armand Membu, Joe Tippmann. Okay. And the other guys are Josh Myers, and he's fine. And then we also, of course, have Dylan Parham, who's new to the group. But I want to keep this 3 core together. I hope Tippmann, Membu, and Fashanu are playing together for the next decade. So this is outstanding news. This is awesome. And great. I can't wait to hear the money on this. That will be fascinating to me to hear the money on this because, like I said, he's played some center. He's played some guard. I don't think he's the best guard in the league. I don't think he's the worst guard in the league. I think he's really good. It's a high upside promising. Like, I don't know. It's hard to because there's left guards, right guards. It's a top 10 guard, top 15 guard. I don't know where he sort of sits. We're about to find out money-wise here. But this is outstanding news. Absolutely outstanding news for the New York Jets. This was their big free agent next year because I was sort of looking ahead at free agents for next season, and Joe Tippmann was one of the key pieces of that puzzle. So this is a brilliant move by Mooj. This is a smart move, and I'm glad they're doing this. And Rappaport's extra comment he added here is one of the game's top young guards gets paid as the Jets are set to lock up another core player. So Mooj locks it in, baby. So a 4-year extension. If it's a 4-year extension, that would likely mean it's a 5-year deal if it's extending on top of the last year of his rookie contract. But we'll see if that is indeed true here momentarily. So a Joe Tippmann extension. Absolutely love this move. This is magnificent. This is awesome. So we'll try to keep an eye on the money here that should be coming up here shortly. I'll keep an eye out for this. I'm just checking the other insiders real quick here to see if anyone has given us money details on that yet. I don't see it. Let me see if Rappaport has it yet. Let's see. No, just Rappaport talking about the Jets locking up the young core with Breece Hall and Joe Tippmann. So great news here. Excellent news. Homegrown player. He's just been he's done whatever we required. He was supposed to be a center, but we had Connor McGovern, so he played some guard. Then he went to center, then back to guard. He is just that. Those are the kind of guys you want to reward. So hopefully he's our right guard for the foreseeable future. Let's get to the phone line so you guys can react to this breaking news here on the show. This is terrific. Up first, we have Lou B, Super Jets fan.
Hey, that's great news, man. That changes the draft next year too, BG, right? They don't have to go looking for that position. Hopefully next year we can get a killer center. That's what we really need.
Yeah.
Is a strong center. But that is I can't wait to see the money on this. Because that's really going to show the level of where Muji is and what he's doing. But yet again, I want to say congratulations to the Knicks, and it opens up another Easter egg for us. And let me tell you what that is.
Please.
So I do events for a living, so sometimes I would have to work with New York City to plan these events. And I reach out to an expediter friend of mine and said, hey, can you help me? I want to know about this parade. And he goes, ironically, they hired his firm to help with the planning, right? So he's one of like 4 firms that get together and blah, blah, blah. Why does this mean so much to me? Is because when the Jets are going down that canyon, I want to be ready for it. I want to have as much information to the Jet fans as possible so we don't go there and not be ready. And we could say, oh, we could have did this differently, or we could have brought that truck, or we should have brought those flags. And us as Jet fans witnessing this Knicks parade is going to give us so much information for that day when the day finally comes, because, you know, I'm a true believer that we will be there. And anyone that does want to go to the Knicks parade, we're setting up a location for like our group to meet. What time? Probably going to be like 7 a.m. meeting, and where. So we're going to have that information by the end of the day. Speaking with Brian and getting some Easter eggs on this, but I just can't wait because we have to make sure that we have our truck in there, the beast in there, the trailer in there for the Jets. So I need to know the entry points, how you get your vehicle in, because we don't want not to be ready when our day comes, because that's going to be our celebration. We don't want to go there with the, you know.
So this is the trial run.
This is the trial run. It's an amazing trial run because this information means the world to us when the day happens. It may seem like it doesn't mean anything today, but believe me, it's going to, and we're gonna get our information right. So it's really important. But God bless on Tippmann. I'm really happy about that. I sent you the video of the beach club. You could show it this week whenever you want.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some rules that people don't understand why, but I promise you, there's reasons for certain things. And that's it, BG. I'm happy about Tippmann, and just want to tell you guys about the parade, and that we'll be ready.
Well, as soon as you have that information, Lou B, let us know. We will scream it from the rooftops when it comes through. So definitely let us know, my friend.
And BG, I hope that news is you moving to New Jersey.
Okay.
We'll see.
So.
That's what the BG, the coffee club, is sniffing out there. I think it would be better for you because you know the traveling and the craziness. I mean, the day we met, you had to drive through the night like 8 hours.
That's right. The training camp, right?
You know, so then training camp will be easier. BG, going to the games will be easier. Getting some live on the spots reporting will be easier for you.
That's true.
I'm sniffing that out, BG. I'm sniffing that out.
Interesting. We'll see. We'll see.
Mark Ketty broke that news.
Interesting. All right. Well, we'll see what the comments. Maybe that's right. Maybe it's not. We'll see.
Yeah, guys. And I'm just really proud of the Knicks. If the Knicks could do it, the Jets could do it. And once again, this has changed sports in the state of New York, New Jersey, and Long Island. People are so like sports right now. And this is going to help put fans in the seats. We need fans in the seats. I can't stand going to these games and it feels like you're in an away game. Right. We need fans in the seats. We need more people tailgating. Getting that experience is so important for our fan base and for the team. And one last thing. Yeah. Woody and his son have been going to all these playoff games.
Yes, I heard. Yeah.
Games. He's got to be very hungry after seeing this. No matter how much money Woody has and you know how much when they're seeing this going on, they must be thinking, what the F do I have to do to get our team to feel this? So I'm very happy that Woody's going to these games and not watching from afar, because being at those games, it's experience of my life, to be honest. And it would inspire anyone. So I really hope Woody goes in there, and his son Brick as well, because one day he will own the team. So these guys are inspired to win and do whatever they need to do to win. That's it.
Appreciate you, Lou B.
Made all the difference in the world there, BJ. So
clearly.
Hopefully AG gets it right, because this guy took basically the same tools. They switched out the coach, and there was some stuff there, but it's basically the same team as last year. So coaching is everything. You guys have a great day.
There he is, Lou B. Again, when he has more details on the parade, we'll share them. But Thursday morning, baby. Thursday morning. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. EZ joins us now. EZ.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, that's what's going on. We're raising the level. They're building a Buc-ee's out here. They'll be the first Buc-ee's in North Carolina.
Oh, phenomenal. Well, I'm glad that you're doing your part to build it. Yeah.
Yeah, building the world one dump at a time.
There you go. That's beautiful. Nice. Yeah.
Oh man, I slept after I got off the phone with you yesterday, or the show with you yesterday. I went back to bed. I slept most of the day. I didn't even eat until about 8:30 at night. I fasted most of the day.
Okay. Oh, that's healthy. That's good. All right, there you go.
Well, it's weird though, because I didn't want to eat anything, but my sugar started dropping, and it's like I had to eat. Which that's the thing I don't like about the diabetes, man. It's like it's really hard to manage your weight and do things with it because something always changes, kind of, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
so what do you think? What do you think of Joe Tippmann getting an extension?
I'm thinking they gave him like 18, 19 mil a year, depending upon how long it is.
All right. It's a 4-year deal, 4-year extension. So if that is reported correctly, that means it should be a 5-year overall deal because he still has 1 year left on his rookie deal. So it'd be for 5 years.
Okay. Well, he's worth it. He's a good player. He's a good kid.
Yep.
You know, and like the guy before me was saying, yeah, this way now we can go get a center for the year after, and
sure,
and we'll be in good shape. Yep, we need a center. I want to get a good center. Not. I mean, I don't like saying that Josh Myers sucks because he doesn't suck. Is he an all-star? Is he Mangold? Is he Schmidt or any of the guys that we've had in the past? No. But is he an above-average NFL center? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely a slightly above. Hold on a second. I got to go, man, because this asshole wants me to dump on an angle. I'm going to smack him.
Yeah. Go smack him easy. Yeah, don't let him dump. I don't know if I'd go above average, but, I think he's fine. Again, not everyone has to be a superstar on the roster. Again, if you're just joining us, the New York Jets have extended Joe Tippmann on a new 4-year deal. So by the sounds of it, there's 1 year left on the contract, which was for this season. And if it's a 4-year extension, kicker on top of that, he should be under team control for the next 5 seasons, which will be 26, 27, 28, 29, and 2030. He would then be a free agent in 2031. The money is not out yet on the specifics, so I'm trying to refresh Twitter. Again, if any of you guys see it, in any of your social media spaces, super chat it in. I want to see that news. So please let us know as soon as it comes through. But to me, this is exciting news. You lock in a piece of your puzzle here. Young core player on the offensive line. I want him, Armand Membu, and Olu Muiwa to be together for a long time. To me, that's incredibly exciting news. This was their big free agent fish for next year, and now they get it done. So shout out to Darren Muji. Would it be proactive? Again, what will be fascinating is the number, because I just don't know where Joe Tippmann stands in the guard realm, and he's only been playing guard so long because he's been doing center too. So it's fascinating. I don't know, but from all reporting, Zach Rosenblatt reported that Joe Tippmann wanted to be here. Clearly, the Jets, the feeling was mutual. So that's unbelievable. All right, so yeah, yep, there's people confirming the extension, but no money yet. So no money yet on these. Interesting. All right, well, we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out and see if we get that news sooner rather than later. All right, back to the phone lines. Thunder Beast joins us.
Good morning. Let's keep it short and sweet. No throwing people in the pool. No jumping into the pool. Keep it simple. Keep it basic, and don't give Lou any problems. Just be yourself and be nice to the public, because that's his place. We don't want any trouble. Just keep it short, keep it sweet, and keep it simple. Joe Tippmann, 5-year deal. How much money?
We don't know yet. Unclear. They haven't announced it yet. I keep looking, but I haven't found it yet.
TBD or to be announced.
Yes, right. TBD.
Yep. Saturday night was a beautiful night. I couldn't be any happier to just say, after watching these guys for 25 years, I mean, I've been watching these guys since I was like 15 or 16 years old. Now I'm 42 years old, and now they got a world championship. It's finally beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to watch. But the last thing I would like to see happen, maybe, just maybe, is a possibility. There's a 75 percent chance of getting into the playoffs, but we'll have to see first, because you got to remember too, there's a few, solid guys left, which I know Berger don't want there, because I know he wants Sherwood See ya.
He does.
But
Yeah.
what we're gonna have to do is you have to break these boys in. Take an example of a baseball glove. Now you've played baseball, haven't you?
I have. Yes.
When you buy a new glove, sure, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to break in, but you know what you learn. You know what you learn to do. You squeeze and you squeeze and you squeeze and you squeeze until you can get it down to the bare minimum. And then once it gets down to the bare minimum, a little oil in the can. Put a little oil in the holes. Not gonna hurt. So what? It's like saying, hey, don't worry, you're gonna get your hands dirty anyway, because when you're playing ball with, when you're playing baseball, sure you're gonna be sliding into second or doing crazy dives, and sure you're gonna have dust and dirt all over your dirt jersey. That's fine. Don't worry about it. What we're gonna do is play smart, play it brass, play it simple, and don't be stupid. Just do your part, work, and at least show some balls at least, because it is time to finally start saying, grow some balls for once. Because what has this team done for the last several years? Let's see. Miscues, bad timing, bad coaches, bad decisions, bad signings. Well, that, we're going to put that. That's to the basura side. For basura. You want fresh players? You want a fresh player?
Mm-hmm.
I know how you can get fresh players. See these?
Mm-hmm.
See what these look like? Checks.
Oh.
It's called money.
Okay.
It's called you sign on the dotted line. Once you sign on the dotted line, just see how much you want. But if you go over the budget, we're gonna have to say, you're going over the budget.
Right.
We're trying to keep a budget here. We're not running a charity auction. We're keeping a budget, because you got to remember, money is tight these days. Yes, money is tight in the United States these days, because let's look at gas prices. Gas prices, do you know how much gas is now? Oh, let's see. In Illinois, it's $4.79. How much is it where you're at?
$4.60 or something.
$4.60. So
it's high.
19 cents. You're 19 cents more than I am, which is a little outrageous. And in California, you know how much it is in California?
No one.
Almost $8.
Oh dear God.
That's the dumb governor, Mr. I don't have a brain, Mr. Kendall, with his finger up his ass, acting like, $8 isn't nothing. And you think that's nothing? Give me a break. I can picture Jesse Ventura saying, what did $8 used to get you back in the day? A lot of things. Sure, a couple condiments there, a few things there. Mm-hmm. It's like we don't have that in our government. We don't have that in our country nowadays. Everything is up. And toys, you can't barely afford it. It's the housing. It's getting to be crazy. Even supplies that we need, can't barely afford it. But we can do. Well, one of these days, I'll tell you this. One of these days, we're gonna get some good people back in the country, and when we do, our taxes are gonna go down. Our gas prices will go back to where it should be, $1.25. That's where gas should be at.
That'd be nice.
Gas prices back then, when I was growing up, gas used to be almost $1.29. That is what you call good deal. Not this $3, not this $4, $5, $6. That's insane. Why in the hell would you pay almost double the price and you're going, you know what this means, man?
Yeah.
It's like you want to squeeze your head and sooner or later a big zit ball comes out of your head like either an oatmeal or some kind of boogery zit. But what we're gonna do is we're only 90 days away from the preseason. But here's the thing for preseason. I know what some of the coaches are gonna say. They're not gonna do this. They're not gonna do what Parcells once said. Parcells once said these words: "All right, boys, softball season is over. That's why you hit the weights. That's why you do this shit. This is what you want to be here for. You want to work here. You're gonna have to earn your keep here. That means you come to work. You don't bring your bullshit here. You leave it in the back.
Right.
Leave the shit in the back. When you come to work, put your phone on the charge. Turn the volume down, low, and don't worry about anything. Just get to work. Get to work. It's not hard. Nothing beats getting up in the morning, smelling that brisk air, getting dressed, getting prepared for battle, and working another 9 to 5, 9 to 8 to 4 kind of shit. It's the same shit every day. George Carlin, God bless his soul. He said it once, and I'm gonna say it again. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 good meals, you take 1 good shit, you go back to bed.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that line before.
Where's the mystery? There is no mystery. It's all figured out. It's all up here. Common sense, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's missing in the country. Oh, another thing this country needs to bring back, we need to reinstall discipline. And people might not like it, but because lately this new generation is not impressing me. They think destroying things and destroying the old is funny to them. Well, no. I mean, you got half the guys that I like on this show. It's like, bring us an example. Bringer lays down the law hard because why? In his generation, we didn't have assholes who were burning buses, peeing all over everything, acting like losers on the street corner, robbing a bank. We didn't have that kind of shit. Why? Because parents taught us how to be well-mannered and well-behaved and self-centered and disciplined. That's what discipline's all about. It's all about survival. It's all about putting your ass to the test. It's all about getting up in the morning and taking the strides. So if you want to strive to work in this business, you gotta learn to earn it. That means if you want to earn it that bad, you better put your ass to the test. That means there's a ladder of success, and you start at the bottom. Then you work and you work and you work until every bone in your body hurts. Sarah Connor once said these words once. There are 215 body parts in the human anatomy, and yes, there's 215. All you got to do is take care of your body, and that's what I learned how to do since then. Taking care of your body is the best thing. And I'm gonna stick to Luby's plan. I'm gonna stick and go with the Monjero, and I'm gonna start training and saying my prayers and definitely taking my vitamins. You know why? Because if you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Why? It's all about this. It's all about this.
Wow. Okay.
And it's all about Jesus.
Of course.
If you don't believe in Jesus, then you know what you are. You're a lousy loser, and you turn into a disciple for the loony left who are for Cocoa Puffs. And yes, I may have eaten thousands of those when I was a kid. Sure. My childhood might have not been great, but you know what? We learn something as we go on in life. Society may not be as different as we were when we were growing up, because look at how everything is today. Does TV suck today? Yes, it does. Why? Because there's nothing on anymore. They overplay garbage. That's why you'll never see me with a new TV. Why? I still got my 1993 JVC-D series, still the best damn thing in the business today, and still it's strong and it's tough. It's called Take the Pain. Learn. Hey, you might have to hear these words a couple of times. Take the fall, act hurt, get indignant. You heard that before?
No.
D2 the Mighty Ducks, 1994. I've heard that line, and I've used it hundreds of times, and it still works to this day. And let me say this, the World Cup is coming up, and we're already getting started. USA might have won against Paraguay. Okay, that's fine. But I'm rooting for my boys, for Deutschland, and we're waiting for England. We're waiting for
Amen.
England.
Beast.
Let's do one of two things. One, hope for the best, and two, create a new future and be yourself.
It's good advice. Yourself. Thank you, Beast. Appreciate that. Wow. We've had a lot of different kinds of calls on this show thus far. That is for certain. We're still waiting. Again, the breaking news is that the New York Jets have extended Joe Tippmann on a 4-year deal. We don't have the financial terms at this point, but the phrasing of Rappaport's tweet implies that the 4 years are being added to the final year of Tippmann's rookie contract, which means he would be under team control through the 2030 season. He would be scheduled to be a free agent in 2031. Again, the financial terms have not been doing anything so far. NC Green said this could go on forever. So we'll wait a few more minutes to see if it breaks through. If it does not, I'm in the middle of putting a column together. We'll also get a YouTube short up on this once the financial terms are disclosed, because that's a key piece of this puzzle. So we'll see if we could get that before the end of the show. I keep refreshing Twitter to see if there's any update from that perspective, but I haven't seen anything yet. Again, what the financial terms are an important piece of the puzzle. But I will just say, in a general sense, that I'm, without knowing the financial terms at the time of us doing this podcast right now, I'm fired up. I'm glad that Muji did this. This was the big free agent piece next year. You take care of it right now. You be proactive. You believe in the player. You think he's going to be really good. You don't need to see another year from him. You're buying into it. You believe in it. You invest in it. This is some good general managing from Darren Muji. Clearly, Joe Tippett wanted to be here. The Jets wanted to keep him here, and you lock in a piece to your offensive line. And again, homegrown talent, man. Add it to Muji's list of players that he has kept here, and I love it. And let's go. So this is terrific news. Absolutely terrific news. Again, I'll do one or two more refreshes to see if we're going to get that money. I'd love to hear the financial details. Either way, it's going to be coming out shortly here. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, the money is out now. I've got the money. All right, shout out to Zach Rosenblatt. Here we go. Let's get another breaking news element here. We have it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Breaking news. According to Zach Rosenblatt, I'm about to put it on a screen. The Jets have signed Joe Tippett to a 4-year, $62 million deal with $31 million in new money guarantees, according to Zach Rosenblatt. So let's throw this up on the screen. Let's get it over here, and then Boy Green could do some quick math in a second. Let's see. Let's bring it up here. I'm a monkey operating a spotlight over here. Here you go. Here's from Zach Rosenblatt, the update on the money here. It is, there you go, Joe Tippett, a 4-year deal for $62 million. So that's $15.5 million per year. The quick math on that. For Joe Tippett. Let me get the highest paid right guards in football. We'll do this live right now here on the show, and I can take a peek at where Joe Tippett now stands. But he's making $15.5 million on his new extension, which should put him at, let me get my pen out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is now the 8th highest paid right guard in football with a $15.5 million annual salary. That puts him just below Kevin Dotson of the Rams and just above Jonah Jackson of the Chicago Bears. So that is the new money. Again, I'll have more details on this out for a column, but a 4-year deal, $62 million, $31 million in new money guarantee, $15.5 million puts him 8th among the highest paid right guards in football. That does obviously include left guards. That's good money. You get him at a back-end top 10 deal. Joe Tippett gets his money, gets financial security. The Jets make him a borderline top 10 player, but obviously new right guards are going to get paid, and that's going to push him down the list. So I think that's a good deal. So $15.5 million. Thank you, James Woody. Could have appreciated that breaking news on your APY a few minutes ago, Woodster, but I appreciate it, bud. Great to see you in there. You're going to be at the parade this weekend. That's terrific. So, yeah, I agree, Ted. I think it's a great deal for both parties. So, there you are. Again, 4-year deal, $62 million, $31 million in new guaranteed money. That is a $15.5 million per year average. That makes him the 8th highest paid right guard in football, according to overthecap.com. We'll have all kinds of news and notes on this. This is huge. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. So, like I said, we're going to get off. We'll talk more about it at 11 o'clock. I'll be on with Jim the Man-Child Lurch at 11 o'clock. We'll have this on the show. And I'll have a full column out here very shortly, including YouTube Shorts as well. So, Joe Tippett, he got paid, baby. Way to go, Mooj. And we'll end it here, folks. And we will see you in just a little bit for the Man-Child Show, Boy Green Digital. Thanks, everybody.